Hello guys. Welcome to my channel Grandma's Wisdom Info. Just sees you long before you see her. And in less than 10 seconds she's already decided something about you. Not because she's judgmental, not because she's shallow, but because she's wired for intuition. You might think you're invisible to her. You might think you're a salt and pepper. Hair, your life experience, your slower pace and emphasis pace world disqualify you. But what no one tells you, to the right kind of woman, those exact traits are magnetic, because women don't just look at an older man and see age. They see energy, presence, posture, tone. They feel something even before they understand what it is. And what they feel is the difference between a man who has surveillance himself. You see, younger men have a speed, have muscle, they have enthusiasm. But older men, they have weight, not physical weight, emotional gravity, the kind that doesn't need to speak to be noticed, the kind that doesn't need to compete because it's already complete. But here's the truth. Not all older men have that gravity. And the women who are watching, they're watching closely to see whether you do back cut. She's not just checking your clothes. She's reading your posture. She's feeling your stillness. She's canning your confidence, your presence, your leadership energy before you even speak a single word. So the question is, what do women actually notice when they see an older man walk into the room? What are the very first things that spark attraction, curiosity, trust, or instantly kill it? In this video, I'm going to reveal the 9 things women first and older men, whether they realize it or not, and once you understand how these signals work, you'll stop trying to be younger, louder, flashier, and start embodying 3. Its strength. She's secret like craving. Let's begin. Welcome to Grandma's Wisdom Info, where we don't chase youth, we can all power, because being an older man in a disadvantage. It's a test to test off whether you've grown into your masculinity or if you've simply grown old without growing wiser. Now here's some teething most men never realize. Theme. You walk into a room, you're rarely being read, not in superficial way, but in a way far deeper than logic. A woman isn't just seeing you, she's feeling you. When within the first few scans of exposure to your presence, she's already scanning for something specific. Is this man safe? Is hurt it? Is he a storm? Or is he a shelter? Does he carry chaos or calm? Cruz, here's the raw truth. Women are sensitive to the energy older men give you off. Why? Because older men represent something different. You're no longer chasing your identity. We're not out trying to prove anything to the world. Or at least you shouldn't be. Should be injured. Self-contained, silent, beauty. Observant, warm but firm, disciplined, but not rigid, and above all common inside your own skin. In this I say exactly why women notice older men so sharply. Not because they expect you to perfect, but because they hope, even crave, that you'll be stable, reliably, emotionally safe, mentally present, and essentially confident without buying performative. You see, younger men chase validation. They try too hard, they'll whistle, overcompensate, overcomplete. But an older man, if he's done the work, if he's earned his silence, he doesn't need to prove a thing. And that's where real magnetism lies. But here's the most older men fail this test beckons. They don't realize that women is the smallest things. First, the way you hold your hands, the way you rise, rest, or dart, the way you sit when no one is talking, way you say hello. Not just the words, but the frequency are not being judged. You're being felt. And in today's video, I'm going to show you the first 9 things women immediately notice in older men. Whether you're at the grocery store, a business meeting, or just walking past her in a keef. Because if you understand what is tuned into, you can stop wasting energy trying to impress and instead start mastering quiet details that create instant respect, curiosity, and attraction. This isn't about becoming so else as about amplifying who we already are, or when you're truly grounded. So if you're ready to stop wondering what women are thinking when they look at you and start becoming thickened of man who already knows, let's be in sign number 1. Your posture is head grounded or collapsing before you ever speak, before she ever hears. You're in a mesh. Watches how you carry yourself, not just how tall you are, or but how much of fewer height you actually own. Do you walk like a man with intention, or do you shuffle like someone fading into the background? An older man with straight grounded posture doesn't just look strong. He feels strong. His spine, eyes aligned. His chest relaxes, shoulders back but not force. He walks not with arrogance but with ownership of his space. Why does this matter? Because a posture is primal, communicates Damon safety, health. Without saying a word, a man who is slouched overhead, out chest collapsed, he sends a signal. I've given up. But a man who walks into a room like he belongs there hesitantly tells the world, I survive, Andy. I'm still standing. To a woman that's not just attractive, it's reassuring. Into your eyes. Does he see the room or seek approval? Woman can tell what you are from your eyes alone. Not because of color, not because of shape, but because of stillness or user eyes darting, scanning, voiding, or do there calmly with awareness. An older man with steady, relaxed eyes communicate us to critical traits, self-remand, emotional composure. He doesn't stare. He doesn't look away too quickly. SOS and then let's go. This is where many men fail. They confuse eye contact with aggression. But true masculine eye contact is anchoring, not piercing. When you can look at her without flinching, then calmly turn your gaze elsewhere without needing anything from her. You've already said more about your power than 1,000 words ever could. Sign number 3. Your voice, is it rooted or rush? Here's the sound of your voice before even processes your words. Is it calm? It's slow. Does it carry depth or desperation? A mature man's voice does arise and fall with emotion. Stays lower, relaxed. It's measured not because he's trying to sound cool, but because his nervous system is under control. Roofed voice says, I'm trying to impress you. A calm voice says, I'm ready. Enough here. Voice is your frequency. And when it's grounded, clear, and hurried, she feels it not in her ears, but in her body. Sign number 4. Your hands, a silent story of your masculinity. You may think women don't nod as hands, but they do more than you could ever imagine. It's not just their dizzy or shape, but how they move. Are they shaky? Are they fidgeting? Are they closed tight, restless? Or do they move with ease, with slowness, with capable hands? Tell her how you might hold her, how you work, how safe or dangerous that would feel to be close to you. If you don't know nothing else, start being aware of what your hands are doing when you're not thinking. Hands that move would relax certainty, are deeply attractive as they tell her, I've been through things, I've handled things, and I don't need to show off about it. Sign number 5. Your presence in silence. How do you exist without speaking? This is own F. The most powerful things women notice, and it separates mature men from insecure boys immediately. How do you exist in a room when you're not the center of attention? You fidget, interrupt, fill every gap with noise, or you sit back still, alert, relax, and let the world come to you. Silent presence is where true masculinity lives, not in domination but in containment. Amen. Who is calm in silence, who listens without needing to respond, who observe us with that trying to be seen. That man is rare, and women feel it instantly. He doesn't chase attention because he already has his own. Sign number 6. You're grooming the discipline. Oh, shine instantly registers. You don't need to look young. You need to look intentional. Women notice everything. The neatness of your beard, the shine of your shoes, the way your shirt fits your shoulders, the scent you were subtle or overwhelming. An older man who has disciplined grooming habits is sending a silent signal. I respect myself. And when you respect yourself, she feels safe respecting you. Your grooming is sting about ego. It's about self-command. Shows you take care of things that matter. And to her that means you'll take care of her too. Number 7. Your boundaries. She feels them without you saying a word. A man with weak boundaries is transparent. She'll can feel it instantly that you'll drop of everything for her. Tension that'll abandon your time, your values, your frame just to make her like you. But the older man who's clear, unspoken boundaries, he radiates respect because he's not mean. He's just unavailable. Tony, I think that doesn't align with who she notices when you don't respond to every message. Instantly she notices you say no calmly. She noticed, Sheena, you keep your commitments not for her but for you. That's not just attractive, it's magnetic because she's not used to it. Sign number 8, your interaction with others. Social gravity over social performance. How do people respond when you walk into a room? Dodie, straighten up. Do they greet you with respect or do they ignore you? A woman watches how other men treat you, how waiters react to you, how younger people speak around you, and she's not looking for popularity. She's scanning for gravity. If you move through thorn like a man who commands attention quietly, she sees. She stores it. She starts wondering, who is this guy? Leadership is never about being the loudest. Voice is about being the calm's presence. Sign number 9. Your emotional stillness. Can you be trusted with my storm? This is the ultimate is watching how easily you get trailed, how reactive you are, how quick you are to get offended, flustered, or dramatic. Fear. Peace can be stolen by a common delay. Rejection, she'll never open her world to you. But if you stay cantered, if you can hold yourself in uncomfortable tension, if you can sit in chaos without becoming chaotic, then she knows you're not just a man, you're a fortress. Because every woman carries emotional weather, and she's silently asking, if I fall apart, can he hold in together? The answer is yes, yep, the rarest kind of man, the one desires and respects. So, now yep, before you ever open your mouth, before you smile, before you speak your story or offer your best trait, she's already watching, feeling, sensing who we really are behind the mask, behind the clothes, behind the age. And Willie might have been taught to speak louder, try harder, or fake confidence. The truth is, the most powerful men don't treat at all. They don't chase attention. They don't perform for acceptance. They didn't disguise their age, their voice worth, their presence, because they know a woman doesn't fall for the man who talks the most. She falls for the one who sits a very thing without saying a word. As in the way you walk. It's in the pals between your words. It's in how still you remain when other men are scrambling for validation. And if you've recognized a door in these 9 signs, or if you know see where you've been giving away your presence to I see lie, then you're really ahead of 99% of men. Now the question is, will you sharpen these traits where you become so grounded, so steady, so rooted in masculine calm that women can feel your presence, that these can you enter a room? Because when you won't need to impress, you won't need to convince, you won't need to pee, you'll simply be, and she'll feel safer with you than she does anywhere. So, if this video gave you insight into what really makes older and undeniably attractive, tap that like button now. It's more than just a click. It's your way of saying I choose come over chaos, substance over noise. And if you haven't already, make sure you have subscribed to Grandma's Wisdom Info, because here we teach tricks. We reveal truths about masculinity, about power, to move through this world like on who's done the work and no longer needs applause to feel complete. Drop a comment below. Which of these 9 things have women noticed about Yao without you realizing it? Or which Onia are you committed to developing this year? Remember, you don't become Arisa stable by being the loudest man in the room. You become irresistible. By Boom the Classed. You don't need youth. You need presence, and presence comes not from performance but from peace. This is Grandma's Wisdom Info, and this is your reminder. You were never too old. You were just too distracted to realize. Is already noticing everything now. Become the man she's silently hoping you already are. Until next time. Stand tall. Breathe deep and move slowly. Cause when your energy is unshakable, she'll feel it even from across the room. Stay calm. Stay grounded.